Hello and welcome to Great Hang, the greatest hang that's ever hanged. I'm your Hang Tim McLaughlin, coming to you with your other hang, Myka Fox. Hello, Myka.
Tim.
How are you?
I mean, I'm great. It's a beautiful day. Memorial Day, we're filming this. The sun is out. The buns are out. Hot dog buns.
Hot dog buns are out. It is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you, Myka, and to everyone, of course, that we memorialize the great things that I have done in my life. Like come up with the phrase, rip a crap, of course.
Yeah, and I'm proud of all the left-wing propaganda I've pummeled into this great nation, turning half of our country into scum.
That's right. Shout out to every left-wing propagandist. You're doing the Lord's work, and shout out to everyone who has supported this country with their brave acts of bravery overseas.
What?
I meant to say defend, but I said support the country.
Oh.
Anyways, happy Memorial Day, everybody.
It doesn't go very well when we get patriotic, does it, Tim?
Well, I'm patriotic as hell. I'm wearing my cool patriotic hat. It's got two eagles on it. They're 69ing, and it's pretty sick. You're not.
I mean, you could say it looks like the eagles have been decapitated and set on fire. It's actually very unpatriotic if you think about it.
Pretty fucking cool thing to do, actually.
I'm wearing a Memorial Day shirt because it's all beachy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like, I don't know, strawberries and shit. That's Memorial Day.
I think those are oranges.
That's an orange.
That's a
and
strawberry.
This is a strawberry.
Oh.
Tim, because the real Memorial Day is celebrating America, and that is thinking about strawberries and not worrying about problems overseas.
There we go. We're not going to worry about how Putin started bombing Kiev.
No, we're going to put out a gingham blanket and wonder if we have enough napkins.
Up gingham blanket style. Hot dogs. You know?
No.
Something like that.
Wow.
Who was that made that song? Psy. And I'm going to be signed.
More like a psyop.
Oh, shit.
He was just like, let's see how many. I honestly wonder. That's the most viewed YouTube video ever. I wonder if they implanted us. Do you think it was a psyop? There was like some kind of like subconscious message put into it that we all stared at, and now it's like, I think, what if it was that simple?
What if it was that simple?
Yeah, like
the
that
simple
obvious.
idea that it's a psyop that we stared at something that you don't know what it is.
What if it was that obvious that they called it Psy?
Oh, yeah.
And it was a psyop.
Is it PSY? Is
Yeah.
that how? Oh, is it how you spell his name?
Yes.
Is Gangnam Style still the #1 YouTube video? Has Taylor Swift taken it over in any way?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll never know. I'm not going to look it up because I really don't care. But
I think it was the first one to hit 10 million.
It was the first video to get 1 billion views.
Oh, right. That's what I said.
Wasn't the first one to hit 10
Honestly,
million.
Tim, the average American can't tell the difference between 10 million and 1 billion, and that's on God.
Well, here's the thing. I mean
it's on God for giving us the lowest intelligence to be able to understand numbers like that.
What?
It's on God. It's God's problem.
Why? Wait, but why is it? Why did they do that to Americans?
I don't know. We've clearly fallen for it. We're like, yeah, billionaires are fucking chill. That's no problem.
But okay, so why can't they tell the difference between 10 million and 1 billion?
I don't know why, because they're fucking dumb.
I don't understand.
They're fucking dumb.
I don't understand what you're saying.
People lose track of amounts at that point. They can't grasp 1 billion.
Oh, okay, sure. Could you grasp 1 billion?
I know what 1 billion is, yeah.
Do you think if they put $10 million in front of you, you could say, hey, that's $10 million? Or would you be off? Do you think you'd know how much money it was?
No, I just mean the concept of 1 billion, like the concept of how much more money it is than 10 million.
Well, these people are working on concepts of feeding their families, of course.
Right.
They're working on the concept of going out and having a damn job.
Tim, why don't you work on that concept?
Because I'm on the concept of having $1 billion damn dollars. I'm working on a different level.
Yeah.
They're working on the concept of I got to fill up my Ford F-150. I can't be worried about the concept of 10 million and $1 billion damn dollars.
Why don't you fill up a checking account with 20?
20 what? Dollars?
Yeah.
I have that much money.
Oh, shit, Tim.
I have double that money.
Oh.
That's right.
Sad. No, $40, Tim.
$40 for the kid. He spent the rest on coffee at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, man.
But I gotta stay. I have to spend my money at Dunkin' Donuts because I have to keep my status up on the app.
Oh my god. Is that what you're doing? All day he sits there and plays Pokemon Go because he thinks it's 2015.
I like playing Pokemon Go. It's a nice time.
But you're really just trying to build points on your Dunkin' app?
Well, yeah, the longer you sit at Dunkin' and play Pokemon Go, the more points you get on your Dunkin' app, of course. Anyways, Myka, speaking of points, the Pacers have scored a lot of points in 2 of their first 3 games, and they're sitting at 2-1 right now in the Eastern Conference Finals. They have lost every game 3 in each series now, and they have gone on to win both other series 5-1, so I'm hoping that happens for my sanity and the sanity of a one Tom Takar, who...
This is a very important sports wrap-up that will definitely be outdated by the time this show comes out.
Well, by the time this show comes out, the Pacers will either be 3-1 or they will be 2-2, and they will have split on the road. So Knicks would have won both here, and Pacers would have won both at the Knicks, and then Pacers would have given up home court advantage.
Yeah.
You ever think about stuff like that?
Tim, what? Who cares?
I mean, many people.
Who cares? But this is all shit people who watch the games know.
So?
There's like no deep insight into the fucking game that you just gave. You gave old sports facts at this point. They're just old statistics.
And prognostication to the future.
No, you're like, if they win, then it'll be 2-2. And if they don't, like, no shit,
if they
dude.
win, it'll
That's
be
how
3-1. It'll be 3-1.
I'm saying, like, no, if the Knicks...
Yeah.
The thing that really pisses me off about the lose yesterday...
The loss, yeah.
Yeah, about them losing.
Yeah.
Is that yesterday there was some fucker in a giant SUV who was clogging up Knickerbocker Avenue, and he's sitting there in a Pacers cap, and
he was wearing a Pacers hat?
I mean a Knicks hat.
Oh my god.
He's in a Knicks hat, and I fucking banged on the window, and he looks up, and I'm like, Pacers in 4, bitch.
Yeah, now you look like a fool.
I know, because I was like trying to do something there.
Did he move his car?
No.
Did he kill you?
I'm dead now.
Oh, no.
This is reporting live from heaven.
Reporting live
Just kidding.
from Jewish heaven. We're sitting.
That's what we call hell.
We're in Scrooge McDuck's pool.
God, that would be great, right?
Yeah, you ever that motherfucker dives in that pool full of coins? I'm like, that's gotta hurt.
It's also disgusting. There's nothing grosser to me than change.
Oh, yeah, of course. And me too. And I'm not out trying to get change on the corner and hang out.
Tim, you have the biggest pile of change on your nightstand. It's fucking disgusting. And we have a change case right in the bedroom. You could just put it in there.
We have a change case in there?
A bin. I don't know. My words aren't coming today.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? You sound like me.
Are you contagious?
Are you on lidocaine patches?
Yeah.
We figured out that my slowness last week was coming from the lidocaine patches.
Yeah, it lowered his heart rate and he died of cardiac arrest.
They make you like wildly dumb as fuck and sleepy as hell.
They should have a warning. It's like, you must be this smart to even attempt using them.
Micah thought my injury was making me sleepy, but it was the lidocaine patches that were putting my ass down.
Well, on the doctor call you were on, she was like, have you been like slow and dumb? And it took everything in me to be like, yes he has. He's fucking dumb as shit.
I don't think she said that. I think she said, have you had tingling pain down your arms?
She also asked that.
Yeah, but I think, and then she was like, if you had pain in your shoulders and arms and tingling pain down your arms and any like numbness. I don't think she ever asked if I had been dumb or slower.
Yeah, it was like, they were like, are you retarded? She says, and that was
that.
Yeah.
She said she didn't say how many of these am I holding up, and it was a bunch of candy bars, and I tried to grab into the computer to get them.
Oh, and I've been watching a lot of 90s TV, and man, do they say the R word a lot.
Oh, yeah, they like to do it.
Oh, it almost felt like it was like not un-PC anymore. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, people can say this again.
They also call people F-slurs. They were calling people F-slurs on ABC in the 90s.
Wait, really? What show?
The Practice. Didn't they call somebody an F-slur on The Practice? The Practice was on ABC, I think.
No, they did it on.
They did it on SVU. On SVU, they did it a bunch of times.
Yeah, they did. But that's because they like deal with a lot of sex crimes, and so those types of people are going to say those types of things.
These F slurs are getting hard on SVU, and you hate to see it, especially as an ally like me.
They're getting hard and hard.
That's right, and you hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it.
And you got a hardy har.
That one scene from SVU is going around as like a template on TikTok where the guy's like, I'm not gay. He's like, I have a wife, but I have sex with men. And Ice-T goes, that means you're gay, bruh. Ice-T doesn't pull any punches. But yeah, Myka, that's pretty much it. I haven't really done much this week because my neck has been so fucked up.
Yeah.
I've been kind of low key. I went to New Jersey. I got booed for wearing my Pacers hat in New Jersey. And then I told them all that they aren't even allowed to like a sports team because they were so bad at liking a sports team that the NBA took it away and gave it to New York. So
damn, brutal.
And that got more boos, but I didn't really care. But other than that, I haven't really done anything. Yeah. What about you? Did you do anything exciting this week?
Oh, yeah. I went to see a Broadway play with our dear friend Tim Dillon.
You did? What play did you see?
We saw the picture of Dorian Gray starring Sarah Snook from Succession, and I'm crossing off all my Succession actors off my Broadway bingo card.
Yeah, so you've seen 2 so far.
I've seen 2 so far, but Kieran's in...
Glengarry Glen Ross.
So I could get 3 going pretty quick.
Yeah.
I need Brian Cox to get on fucking The Big White Way.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Brian Cox, if you're listening to this, you need to get on The Big White Way. We listen to you every day in your McDonald's commercials telling us, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. But hey, you get on Broadway,
He's
brother.
He's like, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. You're not serious people, he says in the commercial.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
He says.
Yeah.
I'm going to McDonald's. I'm like, I'd like 2 double cheeseburgers. He'd be like, fuck off. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Here's money, though.
Yeah, here's change from my nightstand
here's some
that
change.
I've been collecting for 5,000 years. Do you take Dunkin' points, he says?
Oh, my God, that would be so sick. But I've been using my McDonald's points for free coffees as well. McDonald's, free coffee, 3,000 points. They give you a ton of points. It doesn't really make sense. I think it's to make you think that you have a lot of points, you know? But, like...
But how much is it? Like, you have 3,000 points?
No, I have, like, 28,000 points.
So, what the fuck?
But a coffee is 3,000 points.
That's still pretty good.
Right, but it could just be... I could have 28 points, and a coffee could be 3 points. Like,
oh, they fuck with you like that?
Yeah, they make you think you have like tens of thousands of points. So they make you feel like you're McDonald's rich, which is another term we're using for a different race of people. But
Tim, what race?
The Italians.
Yeah?
Yeah. Anyways, I just thought it would be funny to say. So they give you tens of thousands of points, and then, but it could be the same. They just give they could give you 28 points to 3. It's all the same.
It's almost like money's made up, Tim.
Well, that's why I have it. That's why I give it absolutely
it's almost like
no
people
worth
can't tell
all.
the difference between $1 billion and 10 million.
And it's almost like if money's made up, then why the fuck is everyone always on my ass to get some?
Because you'd be homeless.
Let me use my imagination real quick and come up with a couple freaking shekels.
Why don't you? That's how people fucking do it.
Oh, yeah, people like Stephen King, book writing ass bitch.
Yeah, Tim.
He uses his imagination to make money.
Weren't you mad yesterday that when I tried to give Stephen King his due, and you were like, "Don't give Stephen King his due"?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Didn't you say that last week?
No.
What were we talking about?
I was talking about how I tweeted the other day how Stephen King, the kid in the book that I'm listening to right now, all of his references are because he used to watch Turner Classic Movies with his dad, and it was a way for Stephen King to not have to learn any new references.
Yeah, Stephen King famously doesn't research anything.
He made the kid just make the book based when those movies came out. Don't make it based in 2015.
Tim, are you listening, Stephen King? Because Tim's got some really good ideas on how
wrong?
you should become a national bestseller for every single book you've ever written.
Listen, I'm not saying
every single book he's ever written, he's a #1 national bestseller.
I don't think that's a true stat.
That's a fact.
But Myka, think about it. It's annoying once you realize it. Because he makes the book set in like 2012, but the guy's talking about like, he's like, and it reminds me of the old comedy skits my dad and I used to watch with Henny Youngman and Benny Hill, you know? And you're like, what the fuck kind of kid, what kind of 17-year-old in 2012 talking about damn Benny Hill, you know?
One who reads Stephen King novels.
I guess. But it's just annoying. Once you realize it becomes a little bit annoying.
Once you realize what a fucking hack Stephen King is, it makes it almost impossible to read his almost 100 #1 national best-selling books.
He's written 60 books. And also, I can tell you this, Myka. Oh. I'm allowed to make this critique if I notice it. You're allowed to critique people even if they're better than you in every way.
Okay, I actually disagree with that. I actually think if someone's better than you in every way, you should shut the fuck up.
Not me. I'll critique you.
I think you actually sound like a fucking moron when you critique someone who's better than you in every way.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'll critique your acting, brother. What about that? He's better than me in every single way possible.
Even in acting?
Probably, yeah.
And you're still going to critique him?
Absolutely. What do you think a critic does? You think Roger Ebert was sitting there being better than most of those guys at anything?
Yeah.
What?
He wasn't good at writing movies. I know that. He tried.
He tried and it sucked.
Yeah.
He tried to write a movie and it fucking sucked. And then at the end of his life, he tried to speak with his own voice and he couldn't even fucking do that. And he was still critiquing everybody with his own little voice box. And because he had said so many fucking words, they were able to replicate every word in the English language for him with his own voice. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So you know how Stephen Hawking talks?
He said every fucking word?
Yeah, basically. So you know how Stephen Hawking talks like a robot?
Yeah.
Roger Ebert would talk like himself. They had his own voice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Stephen Hawking didn't have to do that. He picked robot because that's what was in his soul.
No. He was still a man. He cheated. He cheated on his wife, even though he was fucking...
I'm just saying, he had the option to not do robot, and he did robot.
I don't know if he did.
Especially as he got later in life, I guess he just didn't want to change his voice.
Yeah, he probably didn't want to change it, but I think at the beginning...
Imagine how weird it would have been if he sounded like a person towards the end.
Yes, that would be funny.
That'd be really funny. Stephen King with a regular voice actually just sounds like a fucking moron, and we had no idea, because this whole time he was like, oh, the robot must be right.
Yeah. He's like, one day you're eating dinner with Stephen Hawking, and he's like, I gotta go. I shitted in my chair. And then the next day you're eating dinner with him. He's like, I shitted in my chair. I must be leaving now. And you're like, what the fuck? Oh my God, what in the fucking shit? And he's like, good day to you all.
You should have been like, one day he's like, the theory of relativity isn't an absolute, only except in the cases of blah, blah. And then the next day it's, I shitted in my chair. That's a before and after.
Okay. See, this is a critique from you who's not better than me at anything.
Oh, I'm not?
And you're critiquing fucking my ass?
Look at his face right now. Look at his face even trying to say I'm not...
I don't
Look
fucking
at
think
Tim can't lie
dude.
for his fucking life. Not even in jest.
I gotta go get sucked off by a sex slave with Epstein. Hello, Jeffrey. I had a nice sucking off yesterday, indeed.
Why is it talking to... Oh, he's talking to Jeffrey.
Yes, he's talking to Jeff Epstein. They're on fucking Epstein Island.
It's nice that they're reunited again.
They are. They're in hell getting sucked off by demons with damn computers in their mouths. That would probably hurt. You got a computer in your mouth, you suck a guy off? You're not going to like that?
It sounds like Roger Ebert.
That's true. All right, well, that was good. Catching up was a good segment this week and not unhinged in any way. Michael, would you like to do Hot Take of the Week?
Yeah, we'll do Hot Take. So I researched one, but I actually have one from my personal experience today that I would like to get into.
Damn.
That was actually a sound drop. Tim was just mouthing it.
That's right.
So, as you know, when the sun's out, I like to get my tan on.
Yes, absolutely. Michael likes to put it out there and get stared at.
I like to go to the part of the park I call Bikini Island, which is the safe space of the park where all the chicks just sort of form a clump of us, like in our bathing suits on like a towel.
Hercules.
What?
The clumps. You guys created.
What's so fucking crazy about it is like, just Tim can't not hear his own voice for even fucking 15 seconds. You create a
clump of you, and you guys are like, Hercules.
Shut up. You're so fucking stupid. You want to know what's crazy is that like people in their 20 who's 12 years old also don't get that reference. That's a Turner Classic Movies reference.
Yeah, but I'm the age of someone who should know what the reference is. You idiot.
I'm just saying you're entering your Stephen King era of not updating your references.
That's fine, which is fine, but I'm not going to write books with little
I know you're
boys.
not. You're not going to fucking read books.
I'll write a book. It'll be called Tim's Funny Book by funny man Tim McLaughlin.
Oh, no. Cool title. Wow.
And people,
that sounds like it fucking should live on the top of a toilet.
The whole world.
That's a toilet tank reader if I ever fucking heard one.
At what the whole world is going to shake from the vibrations of laughter of everyone reading it.
And when you run out of toilet paper, you just rip out any old page you want.
That's funny to do. And I'll put perforations on the edges.
Yeah.
Idiot. Now I think it's a good idea.
Oh, you're going to put a perforation on the edge where it's already cut?
Yeah, but you perforate.
Don't you perforate it on the inside, you fucking dumb bitch?
The edge of the inside.
No, the edge of the
dumbass. Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah, I'm the stupid one here.
So, anyways, you're hanging out with the clumps.
So I'm in my safety clump, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's just kind of doing, and someone it's surprisingly like really quiet. Everyone's like listening on their headphones, and then one group starts playing music out loud, and it's like, all right, it's Memorial Day. I'm not gonna like be, even though I'm like sort of annoyed because I'm like, man, we were doing so good, you know?
Yeah.
But what they were playing was like whiny, like I want to say like this generation's Tori Amos or Sarah McLachlan. So I don't know, maybe it was like Olivia Rodrigo or just someone who's like.
Liv Rod is way better than Tori Amos or Sarah McLachlan.
Not to fucking you tell that to the people I went to high school with.
What?
The rape victims who I went to high school
Myka,
with would fucking beg to differ.
Okay, Myka, what the fuck? But you go to Rape High?
Oh, you've never listened to an Ani DeFranco record? You are not an ally, my friend.
Okay, go on.
So I'm just thinking like this music A sucks.
Sure.
B is not a vibe. C, embarrassing as fuck and should be listened to at home alone. Right?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm like, of all the music to play, like when you're like in a public space, I'm saying you gotta bring it. You can't be playing this sad. Why would you make other people listen to your sad, sappy shit? I say you either turn up or you turn it off, bitch.
So your hot take is to turn up?
My hot take is if you're going to play music in a public space, it should fit the vibe.
100% agree.
Oh, no. No, Tim, if you were really like him, you'd have to say 100% disagree immediately before they even got their point out.
Oh, sorry. Let's do it again.
So I think
100% agree.
Oh, God damn it. Do you agree?
I agree. Don't be playing sad sack shit, especially on Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day, and everyone's like laying in the sun, and I'm like, come on, like anything upbeat or something like everybody knows, or just something like it's already annoying that you're forcing your musical taste on somebody else. At least like try to DJ it for the group.
Even the black guy who walks a speaker around in a cart playing Avenged Sevenfold has a better vibe than they do.
Is that what they are? The like, wake me up, bitch, I can't wake up.
Yeah, well,
wake up.
That's not Avenged Sevenfold, but yeah, he does.
But that
play
guy plays that song a lot. And talk about arrested references.
That's Linkin Park.
Oh, it's terrible.
Chester Bennington, R.I.P. Rest in piss, Chester Bennington.
But that's appropriate because already having a speaker in a granny car is inappropriate.
Right.
So you're already saying, like, by the way, in case you couldn't tell by me blasting music deafeningly loud, I'm insane. So you should be playing insane music to, like,
he's like, and I'm the hero to save us. The music I play isn't gay.
I'm just saying, if you're going to play music out loud, don't play the mentally ill shit. Play the stuff that looks like you have it together.
Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
I would have loved to hear Party in the USA.
Yeah, people like that song.
Anything by Millside.
Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
That's a little sad, but I could still get down because it's a hit.
Other one.
It's a certified banger.
The one she won a Grammy for. Grammy time with.
She's won multiple Grammys.
I think she won her first Grammy this year.
Wait, really? No,
I think so.
Impossible, Tim.
I think so. I'm going to look it up.
That is a grave miscarriage of justice if she's never won a Grammy.
Miley Cyrus Grammys. Oh, she's won 3 Grammys. She won her first 2 awards in 2024.
Whoa, that's so fucked up for Flowers. Yeah.
Yes. And in 2025, she won a Grammy for Best Country Duo.
Oh, with Beyonce, because she had that Beyonce magic on her.
Yeah.
That was a good hit. That was my favorite song on the album that I thought was not good.
I didn't listen to it. Someone was telling me, Jeff Sheen, that Beyonce was having trouble selling tickets.
Well, that's what happens when you price them at $1,000 and do them at arenas. It turns out fucking 40,000 people per town don't have $1,000 to spend on your ass when they just saw you last year.
Yeah. Hey, Beyonce, I got a hot take. Make ticket prices cheaper, bitch. You can do it. You got all that Levi money.
Yeah, make them. That's the thing is make them cheaper. What are you talking about? There's a million of your fans who would love to fucking see you. I mean, make them cheaper.
Yeah, make them cheaper. And if you guys
stop giving Blue Ivy a stipend of a fucking $1 billion per show. No one wants to see your ass anyway. And this is hating. And if you are upset, come for me. I don't care.
Hater alert! Hater alert! This is the Great Hang. Hater alert!
I just think when you make your kids dance in an arena, it is corny and it makes me cringe.
All right. Well. Ding, 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 ding,
no,
ding,
we don't
ding,
need
ding,
to do this.
Ding, ding. It's time for the news.
I'm all mad thinking about Blue Ivy. I don't need to do the news.
It's time for the news with Tim McLaughlin. Greek monk hospitalized after monastery clashed linked to decades-old dispute. This is from the Associated Press.
Monk fight?
By Costas Kantoris.
Tim, don't look at me after you say the name. Just fucking... I have nothing to add to you saying the name.
Thessaloniki, Greece. Man, they really use all the letters, huh?
They're like kind of like the Roger Ebert of using things.
I guess that's true. An Orthodox Christian monk was hospitalized following a violent confrontation at a monastic sanctuary in northern Greece, authorities said Friday. The incident is tied to a decades-old religious dispute. Hospital officials say the monk is being treated in Thessaloniki for cuts and bruises to his face and upper body after being transferred from Mount Athos maybe, located about 175 kilometers or 110 miles.
Tim, speed it up.
To the east.
I can't take it anymore. What? I just get into what happened in the fight.
Mount Athos is a self-governed monastic territory.
Skip that.
In Greece.
Skip that.
Myka, you might need to know that.
I don't need to know this.
You might need to know.
I can guarantee you this whole paragraph is worthless. Move to the next one.
Home to centuries-old monasteries where monks live in devotion to prayer and spiritual life. Women are banned from entering the area. See. I
wish I was banned from entering this area.
What if you didn't know? And then you went in there and these monks beat the hell out of you. Like, oh, woman, they say, and they beat the absolute cunt out of you. How they would talk.
Why are there British people in a Grecian monastery?
I don't know Greek. I don't do Greek accents. I don't really do any accents. At the center of the ongoing conflict is I'm not even going to try. Monastery, whose brotherhood continues to defy court and church orders to vacate the premises. They refuse to recognize the authority over them by the ecumenical
Oh, dear God.
Patriarchate, possibly. The spiritual home of the Eastern Orthodox Church based in Istanbul, Turkey. The religious rift has led to repeated violent clashes, legal battles, and supply blockades between members of the Defiant Brotherhood and church-appointed replacements. The controversy, which began in the early 1970s, was compounded by court decisions against the rebel monks who are sustained by donations from other groups of supporters. So if you want to help out the rebel monks, you can send them some donations, I guess. But that's the news. That was a pretty interesting story.
No, it was terrible. They didn't even say what happened.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't say...
They said at the center of the ongoing conflict, where the brotherhoods continue to defy court orders. So the ecumenical...
No, I want a blow-by-blow of the fucking fight. The only interesting thing, who threw the punch? Who received it? What kind of injuries specifically?
Well, what
was said during and before?
He had cuts and bruises to his face and body.
By whom? From what?
From one
Did someone take a cross and slash him in the face?
I doubt they did that.
Did they open palm slap a bitch?
They could have snatched him up. Sounds like he got snatched up.
Snatched up and put in a cage.
Yeah. Ooh. Myka, it's time for plugs.
Yeah.
You got any?
I don't know.
All right. In June, I will be with Patreon subscriber and friend of the show, Tom Takar, at the Funny Bone the 26th through the 29th. So come on out to that. Fucking tons of great shows. It's like, what, 1, 3, 5, 6 shows. So come on out. 6 shows between me and friend of the show, Tom Takar. That's it. That's all I really got.
That's all you got? All right.
That's all I've got.
I got an email from work, even though it's fucking Memorial Day, so there's that. And then, yeah, I don't know. Follow me on, I'm doing a show at Farm 1, Friday the 6th.
Farm 1?
I don't know. It's just what's in my fucking calendar. I don't know.
What the fucking hell is Farm 1?
Some fucking bar or show venue in Brooklyn, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. Just follow me on Instagram at MYKAFOX and all your other social medias. Follow me on fucking X. I don't know. They shadow ban me. I get like 2 likes on a tweet now, even though I have thousands of followers. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Myka's tweets aren't any good anymore, I think.
Yeah, I fucking fall off. Thanks, Tim. And
I got shadow banned. It's not that I fucking suck.
I used to be able to accidentally tweet random numbers and letters and get more likes than I do.
Well, why don't you start sucking Elon's cock on there?
I don't have enough fucking like lube.
Uh-oh.
My mouth is dry. My mouth is dry. And follow me on, speaking of, follow me on OnlyFans at _Fox_hole. The foxhole spelled with a 0 to make the hole bigger. New things coming your way.
Nice. And check out the Patreon at patreon.com/greathang, where I just released the new series I'm going to be putting on this very channel once we are monetized. Our monetization, we are 11 as of right now. We are 11 subscribers away from our goal of 1,000 subscribers. So if you can get us to 1,000, that would be awesome. And I will be putting up a new show every 2 a week. It'll be 2 a week on the thing to try and bolster our...
Patreon?
No, it's going to be on the YouTube channel.
Okay, well, don't say thing.
I couldn't think of the name of it. It'll be on the YouTube channel. I'm going to do 2 a week to try and bolster the traffic coming to the channel. But if you want to see a sneak peek of it, it is on the Patreon at patreon.com/greathang, where I did a behind the scenes basically of me filming it. So it's an unedited version of me filming 2 little mini series.
Scintillating.
So you get to see me fuck up a lot.
Yeah, never before seen footage.
But I put the video out for all subscribers this week because I thought, well, if it's a sneak peek, I should let everybody see it.
Rope them in, baby.
All right.
Give them a little something to work for.
We got a little advice here, Myka.
All right.
My lady went to a party I didn't agree with.
What was it, like a swinger party or something?
I don't know.
Party?
The past 3 days, she's come home at 3 to 4 a.m. from the bar with her friends, female. We've been together for years. She asked me today if it would be all right if she went to a party at some guy's house that her friends will be hooking up with. She said the guy and his friends will be there and 2 of her friends. I don't know any of the guys, but her 2 friends are sleazy. So, all right. So, what if I'm like, hey, Myka, assume we're together and everyone I know is single. If I'm like, hey, Myka, can I go to a party with Sheen and Tommy? It's this girl's house where there's going to be a bunch of girls, but they're hooking up with the girls.
So, that's the question. How many people? Because it kind of sounds like there's only going to be like 6 people there.
It sounds like it's going to be dudes to hook up with the chicks and then another dude is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a fucking hookup. It's not even a party.
You think it's a sucking fucking, not a party?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she said it's a party. Then she threw a fit. So she asked if it was okay to go.
Is he not invited?
Well, he says, I have to work in the morning. So I'm going, so going out was not an option. Okay. I told her I was uncomfortable with her going to the guy's house and his friends there without me there. So she asked, he said he was uncomfortable.
If they're going to hook up, what is she going to do? Because she said they're going to hook up.
She said that the guy and his friends will be there. And 2 of her friends. So, yeah, it sounds like a small get-together and not much of a party. It sounds like a small get-together
where everyone else is fucking.
Yeah.
That's not a party. Like, what does she plan to do while everyone's fucking? Like, I guess have a couple drinks before...
I don't know. And then watch, I guess? Maybe she could watch.
I don't know. This is like the fucking latest season of White Lotus. That's all I know.
Oh, that is
kind of... you can't go hang out on the yacht with us and these fucking 20-year-old boys? Oh, too bad.
So he said he was uncomfortable with it, and then he said she threw a fit, broke up with me, and then left the house.
Yeah, she wanted to go fuck, and she did.
And I texted her hours later. I bet he texted her right away. I texted her hours later at about 11 p.m. and told her I hope the party was worth it. Whoa. Holy fucking
Meanwhile,
shit,
she's like already
dude.
blocked his number.
She said she hasn't even gotten to the party yet. I don't know what to do. Should I just accept that she's leaving? Yeah. Should I move on, or should I try to work this out?
Dude, she dumped you. There's nothing to work out. This was not your choice. You don't have a say anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what anyone tells this person to do.
Right.
He's done.
Yeah. No, don't listen to Myka, actually. She's wrong. You own this woman. You go to this party. You grab her in front of everyone, and you yell, "She's mine. I own her. If any of you want to take your fucking turns with her, you're going to have to give me some fucking cash."
I mean... They've been together for years.
That's what he says.
And that's how easily she broke up with him. Bro, it's been done.
Damn. So you better get the cash out of her now while you can.
What?
You better
Not everyone has a situation like you fucking moron.
You better bring a gun, too.
Get the cash out of her. Ugh.
I'm talking about he goes to the party and says if they want to turn, they got to pay him. He's her pimp now is what I'm trying to say.
No way, dude. He's too much of a pussy. She should be his pimp.
That's true. If anyone's ever written on a Reddit for advice, they've never pimped out a woman.
Especially in this. This girl told me I'm a fucking cuck and dumped me. Do you think I should go after her? No.
No, you shouldn't, you pussy.
I think you should fucking lock the doors and make her life a living hell.
Yes. Put all of her stuff outside and write free, no bed bugs.
I don't even know if they live together.
Yeah, we don't know.
They said they've been together for years, but they may not live together.
He said the past 3 days she's come home at 3 to 4 a.m. from the bar.
Oh, yeah, they live together. She's done with you, dude.
For more context, it's not that I don't trust her. I just don't trust a group of men that I don't know.
No, you don't trust her.
Especially around drunk women.
You don't trust her, and you shouldn't, because she fucking left you just for a chance to fuck some dude.
Yeah. This guy said the same thing as you, Myka. Honestly, if she broke up with you over something like that, it sounds like she was already looking for a way out.
Yep.
She wanted you to say no so that she could use her bitch tricks and yell at you like a fucking woman. Classic woman trick.
Ugh, bitch tricks.
That's right. I'm like Tom Likas now.
Who's Tom Likas? What are these fucking references? You are the Stephen King you complain about. Tom fucking Likas.
Tom Likas is a radio personality who was like a Andrew Tate type back in the day.
Back in what day? 1902?
Back in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Dear Lord, Tom.
James Adomian does a great impression of Tom Likas.
James Adomian, how old are these references going to be?
Damn. Yo. James Adomian is gay.
Oh, he's putting it together.
James Adoming men?
No, stop. Actually, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, right?
It's not that good, and there's no reason for it.
Well, the reason was that I thought of it.
No.
And I like to say stuff I think of.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, well, that's it. We gave them the advice that they need. They so duly needed, and now it's time for the greatest part of the show. Myka, it's time for
Reviews for the Podcast.
This is where we go on Apple Podcasts to see if they've left any new reviews, and by they I mean you, the fine listeners and fans of the show. You have not left any reviews up on Apple Podcasts, but we do have a fucking shit ton of comments this week.
Maybe I should read them.
I will read them. G. Bresto says, Tim needs an abustment.
And instead of an adjustment.
Yeah, because we were talking about horny chiropractors last week, and I kept trying to think of something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Abustment. I'm going by newest first, of course.
Tim, I told you not to do that.
Well, that's the only way to do it.
Because it's really not.
Because sometimes if you put top comment in, it hides some of the other comments. If you do newest, it doesn't hide them, and I read all of the comments. No, you can't do oldest. You can do top or newest. So if you actually knew how it worked, you would know the best way to do it. But you don't know how it works.
Wait, hear me out. If you put in newest and then scroll to the bottom and then start reading up, now wouldn't you have solved that problem?
No, I don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. Ronson File says, 2538, Myka exploiting Tim's weakness for comedic effect. Atta girl.
I don't remember what happened, but I bet it was great.
My neck hurt and you were trying to take the phone from me.
Oh, yeah.
EO says, peace sign emoji and sunglasses emoji. The Cannes Film Festival just wrapped. If Tim and Myka submitted for next year, what would be the possible titles? Broke Neck Mountain? Love in the Time of Spinal Fragility? Men Who Try and Pick Up Cats and the Women Who Keep It Tight for Them? Still Reading? And then green heart emoji.
Aw, thanks.
Ballin' Ben says, hell yeah. Wilfred Padawa says, I came all the way to this video to write a bustment.
Hell yes.
What up, Wilfred? I saw Wilfred and Teresa getting off the train the other day.
That's the real Wilfred?
Yeah, that's the real Wilfred Padawa.
Oh, because we also have his number one fan. So.
And his other number one fan.
Yeah.
Hot Frog Soup says, I once threw my back out carrying books.
Yeah. God.
You're a fucking nerd, Hot Frog Soup.
Dude.
What kind of nerd-ass shit is that, dude? You're
what a fucking loser. Fucking loser.
Dumbass.
You're not doing cool shit like picking up a cat off the couch.
I hurt my back picking up my dictionary. I was trying to learn some new words for
I hope
pain.
you were reading books on chiropractic.
Well, Hot Frog Soup, I'm sorry about your back, but you're a fucking nerd, bruh. The Gimp says, Rich and Bonnie ran so Tim and Myka could goo.
Oh, I was like, it'd be funny so Tim and Myka could walk, but
thanks to the Gimp.
Thanks, yeah, that's great.
Matthew Solomon says, you're good, Tim. I threw my back out steaming my khakis.
God, fucking, you guys are a right little group of punks.
What the fuck? I don't need fans wearing damn khakis around.
What about fans that can read? Keep reading, Tim.
Okay. 9185 Productions says, I took a bit of a hiatus for a few months in hopes of coming back and busting uncontrollably, but there was no mention of Beyblades. What gives? Minimal bust.
Dude, you blink and the blades are gone, baby.
Yeah, that's true. Philip Gill says, Myka needs to ask Karen about retention. He's saying, take your socks off, you fucking whore.
Yeah, the foxhole, the _fox_hole spelled with a 0.
That's on OnlyFans, baby. Keith Kim says, go Pacers, because fuck Knicks fans. Fuck yeah, Keith Kim. Let's fucking go. I like that kind of energy, baby. Ow. Alan Thickdick says, is the Eggs Danny Thomas style skit going to be in the new web series? No, but I really do need to make that. Sean from Pittsburgh says, Aaron Berg was amazing. 17 people in the crowd. Tom Dustin hosted, and Bobby Tallborough featured. I've never laughed so hard in my life, especially after being called an F-slur multiple times.
What is that a reference to?
He told us he was going to see Aaron Berg last week.
Oh, so that's real. I thought that was like a fake lineup for some reason.
No, Aaron Berg was in Key West, and he went to see Aaron Berg, and we kept saying it's going to be hard for him to do anything if there's no Puerto Ricans in the crowd.
Yeah.
But it turns out he nimbly figured out a way to call Sean from Pittsburgh an F-slur. So props to you, Aaron Berg. You've still got it, baby. Sneaky Foo says, I got so snatched up listening to this at work that I gooed all over my pants.
Nice.
Derek Gatt says, reading the oldest comments first makes so much more sense, LOL. Don't, and then in parentheses, don't read this.
Why? See, yeah, well.
You got to put that first, or I'm going to read it, and I'm going to read it no matter what.
Maybe read the oldest comments first starting now on.
Derek Gatz also said, I loved it when these dudes were on rap. Don't know why I am just checking this out now. I dig it.
Hell yeah. Welcome, dude.
Can you dig it?
What are you?
From The Warriors, remember?
No, I never saw that.
Oh, it's a great movie. Richard Singer says, hey, Tim, the Fonz called and he wants his sideburns back. Hey, Richard Singer, fuck you. What if I got really mad? He says,
Tim hurt himself doing that.
He says, love you guys. Yeah, my hair is getting pretty long, huh?
Yeah, it looks like shit.
What if I grew it all the way out, though?
Oh, yeah, then your head would still be bald.
Yeah, but what if?
Yeah.
What if I grew it for like?
What do you mean grew it all the way out? What do
like balding guy into ponytail? The coolest look.
Tim, you got to be rich to pull that off.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
You absolutely do not.
You fucking do. I'm telling you, man.
No,
Tim wants to do a Benjamin Franklin without having any good ideas.
Get electrocuted to death.
I guess you do have more in common with him than you thought.
I'm worried about
also has a lot of keys on a string.
That's true. That's true. Well, I got a lot of places I got to keep clean. Lisa says, I'm worried about you, Tim. For real, for real. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm fine. Lex says, oh, shit. Nice. Oh, my God. Ding, 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 ding,
no,
ding, ding,
we're not
ding,
doing
ding,
that.
ding. It's time for the news.
We're not doing that.
With the comments. Lex says, loose pet kangaroo keeps police hopping.
Stop it. No,
again,
we're not.
in Colorado.
Who's this?
Lex,
no, we're not doing that.
Chasing
Very funny. Tim, no, we're not doing that.
Chasing a loose kangaroo is getting to be part of the job.
Nope, we're not doing
for
that.
police in southwestern Colorado City.
This is not funny, Tim. I don't want to do this.
Irwin, the pet kangaroo, wasn't difficult to nab when... Oh, no. No, why'd you do that? No. Oh, shit. It's too far away. Irwin, the pet kangaroo, wasn't... No, don't fuck around.
I'm fucking around. We're not doing that. Nobody cares about the pet kangaroo. You can read it. You can read it in next week's news story. You should have noticed it this week.
When he got lost last fall in Durango, still quite young at the time. Oh,
Oh, no.
Ow. Damn it. Ow.
Oh, no.
Everyone saw that. I'm suing.
Tim. Oh, no.
On Monday, Irwin got loose again. A police...
You are not still reading it. Where'd it go? No. All right, next. 48. The Pacers fan is so lucky. Are you okay, Tim?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Because McAfee had him on the show, and Halliburton is flying him out to Game 3 or 4, luckiest victim ever.
Yeah, that's a guy who got trash thrown at him. I get trash thrown at me all the time. I don't fucking get shit.
That's Alexander Belmonte 9000. Also from Alexander Belmonte.
That's Cheese, baby. My boy Cheese.
He says, who's Danny? Is that because I always ask who's Cheese?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
He also wrote, doctors are nothing. Tim knows the true power of duct tape. Stupid Obamacare can't even buy lidocaine. Around 3:30, I thought I was listening to my parents. Well, what happened at 3:30, Tim? Do you remember?
I have no idea. We were probably yelling at me for something I was doing right.
Mm-hmm. New Jersey Greg says, I hope your neck feels better, Tim. You need to take care of your neck, back, and pussy and crack.
Thanks.
Pussy was an emoji.
Oh, thanks, New Jersey Greg.
Flashbulb17 says, hell yeah, can't wait to see the Tim McLaughlin show at STL Funny Bone on June 27th.
Let's go! You get to see me doing my old jokes and Tom Takar, and he's a fantastic comedian. You're gonna have it's gonna be a good show, baby.
He says, Tim, if you still have koozies, bring me one. Oh, you know he still will bring those.
I'll bring those.
Beers on me, let's get Albanian.
All right.
Richard,
I'll do that. You don't have to tell me.
Richard Singer says, Tim's only form of exercise is eating. LOL. Love you guys. He didn't say LOL, I did.
Oh. The hell?
A Morton Leo said 3868 says, self-suck accident? Been there, Tim.
No, you haven't.
SKSHML95 says, goo goo gajoob.
Oh, how do you spell gajoob?
G''Jube.
Oh, okay.
Greg 1685 says, I know you guys aren't up to date with the Greg news, but the Greg Coalition has charges levied
Myka,
against...
you're reading like me. What the absolute fuck?
But the Greg Coalition has charges levied against the New Jersey Greg by keeping him in your comments and harboring a fugitive. Oh, you are harboring a fugitive. I don't understand what this means.
He's going against the other Greg.
But we're harboring a fugitive?
Yeah, New Jersey Greg, of course.
Look out.
New Jersey Greg, careful on I-80 because of the sinkhole.
Oh, yeah.
Which we've learned about in the news.
Chuck Space says, Tim's neck hurts from holding up that beautiful brain. Heal
That's
up,
right.
buddy.
Yeah, my brains are too smart.
Dark Prince of... Oh, this is Just Us Read.
Yes.
Maybe we're supposed to not read it out loud, but... Dark Prince of Goo here. I hope Myka pops off, snatches me up, and perpetrates a grape on me.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Good luck. Doesn't sound like it'll be a grape to me.
And relatedly, Hugh Zahn says, I'd like to apply to be Myka's pet.
There you go, Myka. Look at that.
I can tell you this. You would not have a better life.
That's true. Toe has the best life in the world.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Is that
All
it?
Right, that's it.
That's the reviews for the podcast. That was great. Thanks, gang.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
All right, Myka, I don't have a play today, but we do need to speak ill of the dead. Do you have a dead person?
Yeah, but I forget his name.
Oh.
But he's that guy from Pawn Stars. The old guy.
The old man. He didn't have a name. He just was the old man.
He died of Alzheimer's. Fuck you. Did? I guess you forgot to live.
Oh, my God. What the hell?
You fucking idiot. You're on Pawn Stars where the whole, everything you sell is just old junk, and it turns out you are old junk, so I hope the devil is trading you for some shekels in hell. I hope you're being raped by a fucking, what is it? What gets sold at pawn stores?
Oh, gold, watches, guns, art.
I hope you're getting raped by someone's pawned wedding ring in hell.
Wow. Richard Benjamin Harrison.
Yeah.
He died of Parkinson's disease.
I thought he had Alzheimer's.
No, he died
the guy I'm talking about had Alzheimer's.
Okay, well, the guy from Pawn Stars, the old man on Pawn Stars, dies as a result of Parkinson's disease.
Well, I'll look it up.
I hope the devil's shaking you to fucking hell, you old bag of shit. I'm going to speak ill of Deborah Gale Stone, an 18-year-old hostess for the America Sings attraction in Disneyland. And she died after being crushed between two walls of the attraction. Ew. At 11 a.m.
Dude, that's a dream is a wish your heart makes, huh?
Yeah, it was speculated that she either fell or she was trying to jump from one stage to the other and she got squished.
Can you imagine all those kids watching that?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. I bet they all are rich as fuck now from that.
No, absolutely not.
That's my
this
fucking
was in
dream.
The 70s.
My dream is to witness something tragic at Disneyland. What a fucking windfall.
Man, they're pretty quick about getting everyone out of there, too. They've got, Disneyland's got, little spies behind, every bush. The one thing that was crazy was, you know what I'm talking about? There's,
Oh, yeah, on Spybush Island.
Yes, but they just, come out of nowhere. Have you seen those videos of people, causing a disturbance at Disneyland?
No.
There's, people just form out of nowhere. It's, wild. But there's one where this family gets in a fight with another family. That is a great video.
Well, I guess I have the rest of the day planned.
But they don't get there for a minute. They must have been somewhere, but it was a big old brawl. But anyways, Deborah Gale Stone, I hope you're in hell getting your two cheeks squished by the damn devil as he freaking butt fucks you, yo.
Pretty good.
Yep. And that's all I've got for today. I think that's it, Myka. We just have one thing left.
Sign-offs.
Signing off, it is I, the greatest man to have ever lived. A man whose neck will get better at some point. A sweet boy, an even sweeter man. Your Patreon dad at patreon.com/great. Hang your free feed best friend, Timothy Grady McLaughlin II.
And signing off, it is I, the kindest woman in the world. A woman who did not hurt her boyfriend on camera, and he's now reacting to it live. A woman who has been very nice to her boyfriend this whole week. It is Timmy's girlfriend, Toey's mom, and your friend and podcast host, Myka Fox.
And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye.